considering.
You said you were not joking about a third term, about possibly wanting a third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January 20th?
I'm not looking at that, but I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way a fourth term, because the other election, the 2020 election, was totally rigged. So it's sort of a fourth term in a certain way. I just don't want the credit for the second, because Biden was so bad. He did such a bad job. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm popular, if you want to know the truth. I think I'm popular because we've done a great job. I think we've had the best almost 100 days of any president. And most people are saying that. And it's an honor. We're bringing back our country. We're respected as a country again. And we're strongly respected. And people are amazed. I was with some very important people today, and they said that they've never seen a turnaround of a country as fast as this. Even look at our border. We have nobody coming in. And you can come into our country, but you have to come in legally. But we have nobody coming in to our country. It's almost shut down. They've never seen anything like it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Conservative Chronicle. If you're new here, we break down the biggest political stories without the noise. And today's topic? Donald Trump was just confronted about whether he's actually considering a third term. His answer? Well, let's just say it's got people talking. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a big update. Now let's get into it. So here's what happened. During a recent press event, a reporter asked Trump point blank if he was serious about serving beyond 2 terms. And Trump? He didn't exactly shut it down. Instead, he said he's had a lot of people urging him to run again. Now let's be real, this is classic.
Appropriate precedent limits a president to 2 terms. Is it your understanding that they have to be?
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just telling you, I have had more people say, please run again. They said, we have a long way to go before we even think about that. But I've had a lot of people. Yeah, go ahead. Did you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, do you think that's an appropriate precedent to set, even if it wasn't you in this position, to see a president serve a 3rd term?
I don't want to talk about a 3rd term now, because no matter how you look at it, we got a long time to go. We have a long time. You know, we have almost 4 years to go. And that's a long time. But despite that, so many people are saying, you've got to run again. They love the job we're doing. Most importantly, they love the job we're doing.
Now let's be real, this is classic Trump. He loves keeping people guessing. But let's talk about why this answer is so controversial. The US Constitution clearly states that a president can only serve 2 terms. But Trump's response raised eyebrows when he suggested that his first term was stolen, and hinted that, in a way, he should be considered for a 4th term. Wait, what? That's right. He basically suggested that because of the 2020 election, his first term wasn't really over.
You know, we put secondary tariffs on, as you know, in Venezuela. And it's had a very strong impact on Venezuela. You know that every ship just got out and they left. A lot of them left. They dropped the hoses right into the ocean and they left. They didn't want to be there for a minute because they didn't want those tariffs to catch on, or they didn't want me to see them there. So the Venezuela secondary tariffs, all secondary tariffs are very strong, because essentially it says if you disobey our orders, you cannot do business in the United States of America, and that's the cash cow.
Will that apply to Chinese companies buying Russian oil as well, if you plan to go ahead with those?
So if, in the case of Venezuela, as you know, China pulled up anchor and left. They were there, they had 2 ships there, and they left. They left empty. They didn't want to take a chance. No, we're not playing games. Okay, any other questions?
Will you clarify, are you planning to leave office January 20th, 2029, or are you saying you might not?
Go ahead, any other questions?
Of course, this sent social media into a frenzy. Now here's the million-dollar question. Does this mean Trump is actually planning to run in 2028? Well, he didn't say yes, but he also didn't say no. Instead, he dodged the question and said, we have a long time to go before we even think about that. So what does that mean? Honestly, it sounds like he's keeping his options open. And let's be real, Trump, the attention that these kinds of questions bring. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates like this. Here's another twist. If Trump did try to run in 2028, he wouldn't just be up against Democrats, he'd be facing Republicans too. Names like Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and even Mike Pence have all been floated as future contenders. Would Trump really go head-to-head with them again, or is this all just a strategic...
Would you say your relationship with Vladimir Putin is at its lowest point right now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to go back on his word. You're talking about Putin. I don't think he's going to go back on his word. I've known him for a long time. We've always gotten along well. despite the Russia hoax. It's a hoax created by Clinton and Schiff and all of these lunatics. And that really was a dangerous point. That was a very dangerous thing they did to this country. It was a pure, unadulterated scam, hoax. But no, I think he'll be okay. But if he isn't, I was disappointed in a certain way. Some of the things that were said over the last day or two having to do with Zelensky, because when he considers Zelensky not credible, he's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that. But I think he's going to be good. And I certainly wouldn't want to put secondary tariffs on Russia, but if they were put on, it would not be very good for them.
To head with them again, or is this all just a strategic move to stay in the spotlight? Do you think Trump will run in 2028? Drop your thoughts in the comments. So, here's the deal. Trump isn't officially saying he'll run for a third term, but he also isn't shutting the door on the idea. Whether it's just political theater or something more serious, one thing is clear. He wants people talking about it, and that's exactly what's happening. What do you think? Was Trump just messing with the media, or is he actually considering a 2028 run? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you stay up to date on all the latest political news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.